Hey guys, it's Pastor Bryan, and I am welcoming you to another episode of Mossolonian Musings, where we want to give you some updates on what's going on in and around the church and online in virtual ministry, and equipping you to be able to know how you can continue to stay connected even in the midst of this COVID virus. And so today I have some special guests joining me. I've got Pastor Bryan Lloyd. Give him a wave. Pastor Gary McKay. And very, very special guest. We've got Scott Elliott, Director of Solutions, with us to help us to walk through some of these updates. And so a few updates that I wanted to keep you aware of. We launched our new series, Overwhelmed, and we just launched that this Sunday, and we started some brand new video devotions started this Monday. And so we're walking through the book of Philippians, the book of joy. Can you find joy in the midst of a COVID pandemic? Well, I think no one is better equipped to tell us about that than the Apostle Paul, and he did. And so it's going to be a fantastic time. And then also we started our series on Overwhelmed, looking through the 23rd Psalm. And so I hope you've spent some time this week, each morning, spending some time with the Lord in prayer and reading. And hopefully by the end of this week, you're memorizing the 23rd Psalm. I hope you're working on that in whatever translation you prefer. It doesn't matter, because this is a relationship you're developing with the Lord. And then we also talked about taking first and second base online. And so we're doing that through our online. You can do that either through the website. You can go there and the links will connect you to the place to grab those, or you can do that right through the church app. And that leads us to the second update, and that's with Scott Elliott. There's a lot starting to get ramped up with solutions. Talk to us about some of those things.
Thank you very much. Yeah, solutions, we are excited about what God is doing. We did kind of take a pause there and kind of get our minds together to say, okay, so what does solutions look like kind of during this time? So starting tomorrow, actually, we are going to be doing a video twice a week. Different counselors are going to be addressing just what are some better ways mentally that we can really put into practice to kind of get us through this time. Pastor Bryan Lloyd filled us in that on the assessment, there was an increase on anxiety, on fear, on worry. And so I put it out to my counselors, and we put together a plan for the next 4 weeks, twice a week. A different counselor will be coming with some information. It's not like the daily devotionals. It's not like a pastor message. It is full mental health. It is full, this is what you need to do. And some of the topics they'll be covering is being alone, because we have a lot of folks who live by themselves, who are completely isolated, or what are some practices we can do each day, or even from being alone to being married during all this. Married couples, how can we be better married in all this? Because, we're together a lot more now. So there's a lot more practice and things we need to do. So we are excited about that. That starts tomorrow. Actually, I'll be doing tomorrow's, and then from there on out for the next 4 weeks, we have counselors and things. Those will come on our Facebook page and also the church's Facebook page. So kind of take a look there, reach out there. And we still have counseling going on. If you or anybody needs to talk to somebody, please contact us. Counseling, of course, is not in person. We work on trying to set it up by phone or by video, whichever is more convenient. But we have counselors who are still here waiting and willing just to talk with folks. It's okay to admit things are hard. It's okay to admit that, this time is really wearing some of us down. It's okay, to show that weakness. So many times we want to be strong. We want to do a lot of things, but being able just to reach out. So we are here. Touch base with us through email, Facebook, give the office a call, whatever way you can reach out to us. We're here for you guys. We're praying for the church, and we're very excited, like I said, about the upcoming video series that we have starting up also. So that will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays that those videos will come out.
So just to help folks that are looking for those resources, they should go on Facebook, right? And if they just search, they can type in Solutions Life Ministries or Solutions, and hopefully find that page. And then on the page, they should be able to see these resources as you post those. Are you going to be doing that live, or are you going to record them and upload them, or are you even sure yet?
They will be recorded and uploaded.
Okay. the reason I asked is if it went live, if they subscribe to your page, you'll get an automatic notification if you were to do that. But just want to make sure that people know where to find those and make those available. Also, want to make sure people know that they can go right onto our website, and if they have questions about how do I get counseling, on our main site at the top, there's a top menu item says Get Help, and if you click Get Help under Help Ministries, all of the different help ministries are listed there, and then at the bottom of that page there's a contact form, and if they ever have any questions about how they get to those resources, they'll be able to submit that, find that information, and someone will get up with them. Does that sound good, Scott?
Absolutely, 100%. We're here for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Pastor Bryan, too, just a heads up, and Scott, this will be new to you too. We're putting your Facebook page on the website under the Solutions page on there. So you'll be able to also just go right there, click on it, and it'll take you right to their Solutions page as well on Facebook.
Super duper. So we want to make sure that people know where to find this information. So thank you so much, Scott, for coming on and let folks know that part of our mission here is hope and healing hearts and homes, and healing doesn't go away just because we're in a pandemic. In fact, it increases. And so we have even greater need for a lot of these help ministries. So thank you and your counselors and your team, because those guys are absolute rock stars, loving on people for Jesus' sake. So thank you so much for what you do. Hey, Pastor Gary, I heard last week there was some chicken business going on. Give us a little update. What in the world was going on there? Let's get you unmuted.
Yeah, so this is Del Marva. Chicken is what we do here, and so that's how we start. That's how we started out. Man, we moved 140, 150,000 pounds of chicken to the community out of our parking lot. Had lines out to Route 50, down Tillman, down Mount Herman Road. So we found something that the community was interested in, and I'm just telling you, the partnership with Mountaire has been phenomenal. And our volunteers who came out, man, they were just amazing. You guys never let me down, Oak Ridge. You guys got it going on. Whenever we say, hey, there's something that needs done or some way we can help people, you guys always step up, and it's absolutely amazing. And so I want to thank you guys for that. And we're evaluating that and looking at other opportunities to do similar events like that in the future, whether that makes sense or not. But we're also pursuing a lot of other partnerships and opportunities to help people with food insecurity in our community right now. For instance, we've partnered with the Salvation Army in order to deliver food to elderly folks who are shut in and other people who are food insecure. And so we had people out yesterday doing that, and we'll have people out tomorrow again going and doing that. If you want to be a part of that, you just need to complete my my form that's on the website that talks about boxing, distributing, and delivering food. You just go to I want to give help on the ORBC website, and you'll find that there. And so that's where you'll get to say, I want to be on the list of people who gets contacted when opportunities like these arise, so I can be a part of that. Another thing we're starting this week on Thursday is we're going to set up a place where we can easily bag and box lunches to deliver to Halo's. Halo can't serve people in their cafe right now. And so the folks who would usually be going to Halo and going in their cafe and sitting down eating, they're trying to find other ways to make sure they stay getting their meals. And so they've done this walk up, hand a bag out a window kind of deal. And they just need people to make those bags. And so we're starting out with one meal a week. And so we're going to make 80 bag lunches and 80 bag breakfasts. So that's actually 2 meals a week, 1 breakfast, 1 lunch. And we're going to cover that for one day. And so I'll be sending the email out to those who have completed that form I mentioned already to say who wants to come into church to bag those lunches, kind of assembly line style only. It's only one person, right? Instead of having a huge work team there. And then driving them over, call Halo up, and Halo will come out and take those bags that are already been made available and make use of those. So that's starting up this week. I hope that's an ongoing thing, that as we find sources of food and donations for food from big organizations like Cisco, who I'm in conversations with, things like that, to be able to do that, see how big we can make that, how many of those we can take on. But there's something that everybody can do along those lines. Also, lots of cool stuff is coming up that you guys are finding out. I know a person called me about a food drive that the YMCA is doing. Another person has friends and family members who are sewing face masks. And so if there are other ideas that you're already pursuing yourself, the Peace Planet Oak Ridge group is where you can share your ideas and say, hey, this is something I'm doing. Just because I didn't come up with the idea doesn't mean that we can't tell everybody about the things we're doing. So if you have something that you're doing that's awesome to impact the community, go ahead and share that with us so we can celebrate it with you. And you can go to the Peace Planet Oak Ridge. Yeah, there it is. The Peace Planet Oak Ridge Facebook group. And that way we can celebrate, say we're praying there along with you. And then maybe other people will be inspired to come up with great ideas that they can personally reach out to their community too. Peace isn't just a corporate thing. Peace is about ordinary people being the hands and feet of Jesus where they are. So personally, exercise peace in your life by finding those things that you can do. Don't wait for us.
Yeah, sometimes people think, the peace plan is owned by Oak Ridge. And what's funny is that it's actually owned by the people of Oak Ridge. And so our goal is that this would be a great place where you can exchange mobilization ideas. And by the way, even though we mobilize over 1,000 people in our Peace One Day, how cool would it be is if we actually mobilize 1,000 individuals in individual projects? I think that's just as powerful as having a big to-do in 30 different projects. In fact, it's probably a greater extension of the love of Jesus when all of us do what we can, where we can, in the power of the Holy Spirit, loving people for Jesus. And I think that's what it's all about. So make sure that you are a part of that. So I just wanted folks to know that that page is for them. That's where they can exchange those ideas. Yeah. And then also you're doing, I don't know, 4 or 5 different jobs right now. Some of what you're doing is also involving with students. Is there anything to share what's going on in student ministry?
Let me go get my student ministry hat. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
and there you are.
Yeah. Like usual, we're continuing our Tuesdays at 2:30, where I'm going live on Instagram, sharing a devotional thought, challenging people how to get through a crazy time like this, and just connecting with our students on Instagram there. And then I also invite them to join me at the end of that talk in what's going to be the Bible reading plan for that week. So I share a talk, and then usually along the same topic as the talk, we do a Bible reading plan that's 4, 5, 6 days long, where we dig into what the Bible says about that topic, which I shared on. And it's been a really, really good experience. I'm connected with about 30 people right now. Some of you guys are older than the student age demographic, but I'm letting you read the Bible with me too. It's okay. And and so we're having a lot of fun with the U version on that. On Fridays, I'm issuing the weekend challenge. You got to just keep your eyes out for when that hits social media there. I'm not going to tell you exactly what time it's going to pop up. It's not a live thing. I just post it. But if you go to Instagram on Fridays, by the end of the day, you'll see a challenge. We've done what's your apocalyptic armor going to look like instead of pajamas. We've done what's your favorite corn-based meal, because we're in quarantine here. You know what I'm talking about? So what's your corn-based meal? And then over Easter, it was finding crosses in unusual places. And then this past week, it was clean your room, and then make an awesome display out of whatever figurines or whatever you have up there, and send me a picture of your displays. And Abby, she created a whole baseball stadium. It was amazing. And so check out the student Instagram page for pictures of Abby's creation. So that's really, really good. But what I'm especially excited about right now is the new thing that we started just this week, and it's going to go on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Beth Boleratz has agreed to kind of have a high school connect time, like maybe like a small group, maybe like a devotion, maybe like let's just hang out and chat and connect with each other. But she's going to use Zoom to do that, so our students will be able to see each other face to face, and she's going to be mediating that time and over that. She's posted a post on our Oak Ridge students Facebook group, so that you can find her there, connect with her if you're not already connected with her, let her know you want to be a part, and then she'll send you each week the Zoom link so that your student can be a part of that event. And that's particularly for high school students. So high school students have a place to go to get connected, to do face-to-face interaction with their peers, and also with Bethany, and who knows who else might pop in there every once in a while.
And don't forget that we have a Wi-Fi hotspot right here in our parking lot. So if you're a student that drives and you say, man, I don't have great internet, you can come up here and grab that Wi-Fi hotspot and just get a hold of Gary, and he'll give you instructions on how to log into that. And then finally, Pastor Bryan Lloyd, the big Bryan, the big guy, we've been doing Local Loop. Tell us, why should people be tuning in to Local Loop? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Local Loop is, man, it's been really fun doing that with you and some community leaders. And we've had community leaders just kind of letting us know, keeping us in the loop on how they're navigating through COVID-19, what to expect, what they're dealing with and wrestling with, and then, informing us as the community of what resources are available when, and often these episodes, what help is available. And we've had Jake Day was episode 1. Who's the mayor of the city of Salisbury, Celeste Savage, episode 2, who is the director of Halo. Then episode 3, we had Dr. Donna Hanlon, who is the superintendent for Wacomico County Board of Ed. Episode 4, last Friday, was Sheriff Mike Lewis. We had a lot of fun with him, and he made a really great announcement on our episode. This Monday was Dr. Michael Finnegan from Peninsula Mental Health and Peninsula Addictions, and that was a really good one. I really appreciated that one. I actually started a few things out of that conversation we had. He really focused on self-care. And then today at 5 o'clock, actually, we have Dr. Hornstein from who runs the emergency room at Peninsula Regional Medical Center, and he's going to tell us when all this is going to be gone. And no, not really, but he did answer a lot of great questions. Pastor Bryan asked him some really good questions, and that I think are helpful, and you'll want to check that out today. But also go back and watch the previous episodes. They're on our Facebook page. You can select videos and you'll see them, but they're also on our YouTube page by episode as well. And just really, really good, informative conversations with local leaders. And we also asked how the faith-based community can help. So that was kind of cool to hear their answers. And we've got some pretty cool ones planned for next week as well too that we're working on. So make sure you stay tuned for those.
So it's been some great opportunity for us to do some new things and meet some new folks, build some new bridges in the lives of our community. So I just want to say thank you to Brian Lloyd for helping us to get that done, and you had a huge role in that. And also want to one more time say thank you to Scott Elliott. Thank you for being on here today. We want to make sure that we're helping people to know that you may be isolated, you may be in your home, but listen, you're isolated, but you're not separated. The fact is, we care about you. We want you to be able to be connected. And speaking of that, if you're not connected in any kind of small group at all, we do have a virtual small group that's starting tonight. It's called the E-Group, and that starts at 7 p.m. If you want to find out about that, you can find that on our Facebook page for Small Groups Community, or you'll be able to find that right on the app. But we want to get you connected. Make sure that you're not alone, please. This weekend, last weekend, I talked a little bit about the Lord is my shepherd and how God's antidote for my anxiety. And then this Sunday, I'm going to talk about how God makes me lie down. And the question I'm going to ask is maybe, what if God was using a lockdown to teach me to lie down? And we're going to look at the issue of rest and looking at what it means to really rest, not to be, cooped up in a home. That's not rest. You can be completely out of work right now and not resting. I want to talk about the kind of rest that God wants to give each one of us. So again, thank you to all these guys for joining us. Stay tuned in. We want to continue to be there for you. And if you have any questions, please reach out. We're here for you. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.